Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? Melissa here. Very loud today. So anyway, coming at you fresh faced today. I it's still kind of winter here in Saskatchewan. We're end of February, and I don't know what happened to my skin. It is so dry. Like I don't know if you can tell. I did just have a nice bath, and I gave my skin a little extra care by doing a bit of a at-home facial on it. But it's so dry. Like, and my hands, I don't know if you can see, you probably can't, but yeah, here you go. Okay, see my knuckles? They are so dry. Like, look at that. The knuckles are just cracking and bleeding and they're horrible. And I don't get it. I drink like 2,300 milliliters of water a day. Plus, I'm like the lotion queen. I'm constantly putting lotion on my body. So I don't know what's going on with me, but my skin's having some issues. It's very angry. So today I thought, you know what? Let's just do fresh face. Let's let it breathe and go from there. But anyway, that's not why we're here today. We're not talking skincare today, although we could. I want to talk about cold brew. It's kind of well, I was going to say a new thing, but is it? I don't know. I think it kind of became popular maybe last year. Have you heard of cold brew? I am not, well, I shouldn't say that. I was never a big coffee drinker. Like I drink tea. I love tea. But as far as coffees go, it was never my thing. Like I was never like, ooh, wake up in the morning, have a hot cup of black coffee. No, I never. I love the smell of coffee. I find it really wakes me up and I like the smell of it, but I never ever drank it. And then maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago, I familiarized myself with Starbucks. Again, though, not really drinking coffee, is more of like the Frappuccino blended yumminess. That's kind of my thing. My husband always, my husband always makes fun of me every time he's with me and I go to a Starbucks to get a drink because he's like a black coffee drinker. He's like, pull up to a Tim Hortons and be like, yeah, one large black or one large with two cream. Like that's his order, right? And I go to Starbucks and I'm like, "Hi, can I get a grande caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino, almonds milk, no whip, extra crunch, please?" And he thinks it's hilarious. And I'm like, "That's my drink. Don't knock it. That's my drink." Oh, hi, Susie. Sorry, one second. I've got a puppy here. Hang on. Let me bring a chair over for her. Come here, Suze. Here, baby. We gotta make sure she's comfortable. Come on, Susie. You wanna come up on the blanket? Here you go. Mama's gonna talk about cold brew today. There we go. Come on up. Okay, she'll come up when she's ready. Ooh, let me adjust. Okay, here we go. Good girl. Come on up. Yes, up. You can do it. Jump. Oh, hang on. She's having trouble jumping. Let me help you. Oh, there we go. Okay. There you go. She's okay. You can see her head there a little bit. Okay. Do you want to see her? Here, hang on. There's the Susie. There she is. Okay. Sorry. Puppy break. Okay. Anyway, back to cold brew. So he'd make fun of me all the time. So anyway, I I used to, yes, I know. I used to sell Tupperware. I'm not currently an active consultant with Tupperware anymore, but I love a lot of their products. And one thing that Tupperware brought out, let me grab it to show you, is the cold brew carafe. This is what it looks like. Now, there's lots of different ones you can buy. There's empty Tupperware. You can probably see them, I don't even know, anywhere, I guess. But they came out with it, and I was like, oh, I'll try it, see what it does. I knew nothing about cold brew, nothing. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, oh, it's coffee, okay, whatever. Here's the deets on the cold brew, people. A lot of people think cold brew is just iced coffee. I lost the lid. A lot of people think cold brew is iced coffee, and to that, no, friends, it's not. One moment. It is not iced coffee. It is very different than iced coffee. How, you ask? Thank you for asking. Let's talk about it. Iced coffee versus cold brew. Well, iced coffee, you can brew it in minutes. Minutes, it's ready. Cold brew, it takes 14 to 24 hours to brew. Don't let that stop you. Trust me. Iced coffee, typically you brew your coffee hot, and then you either let it cool down and add ice, or some places you just brew it hot and throw ice in it. Okay? Cold brew, you steep it cold or at room temperature. Okay? Iced coffee, it tastes very acidic and very bitter. Cold brew does not. When you make cold brew, it actually takes out the acid and the bitterness, and some people have actually described it as a chocolatey flavor. Are you a big caffeine person? Do you love caffeine? Does caffeine help you get through the day? Because guess what? That iced coffee you have sitting on your desk there at work, well, that has 40 milligrams of caffeine in it. Guess what? If you were to replace your iced coffee with a cold brew, you, my friends, would be consuming 200 milligrams of caffeine. That's right, 200 milligrams. Way more caffeine. Now, I am not saying that caffeine is good for you by any stretch of the imagination. However, I also want to be realistic. I know a lot of people count on caffeine. Okay? That's the iced coffee versus cold brew. Now, I'm going to show you how this baby works. Okay, now this is the Tupperware one. Like I said, I'm sure you can get lots of other ones out there. I'm not familiar with them, so I'm just going to be talking about this one for today. Now this one has a little lid on here, okay? It has an insert, which is a very fine mesh. I know you probably can't see that, but there are little tiny holes throughout it. There you go. You can see through. You can see my window at the back there, okay? That's what that baby looks like. So this is like your filter, okay? And then, of course, you have the carafe that comes in, okay? I don't even know if this has a size on here. Oh, yeah, here we go. This is a 1.3 liter, okay? 1.3 liter. So what you do is you take coffee, ground coffee. Now, you can use any coffee you like. Typically, a coarser coffee is going to be a little bit better just because if it's a fine ground coffee, you're going to find a lot of those fine granules are going to actually go right through the filter and they'll be in the bottom of your cold brew. Not the end of the world. You can either just live with it, or some people, if they do that, some people will strain this through like a paper coffee filter or something like that, just to help remove some of those tiny grounds of coffee. So they usually say coarse grind is better, but personal preference, really. I personally came across this type of coffee. Now, again, I'm not a huge coffee drinker, so don't come at me with this. I'm sure there's many other brands out there of coffee that are so much better, okay? But this I came across, all right? Have you seen this? This is Kahlua. Are you familiar with that? You know, the alcohol, the yummy stuff? Okay, Kahlua coffee, people. Amazing. Now, this is in the mocha flavor. Typically, I like the hazelnut flavor, but at the time, they didn't have hazelnut. They had mocha. So I'm like, okay, let's give it a go. This I bought at Winners. I'm in Canada. So your Winners HomeSense and Marshalls are all the same company. So that's where I got mine from. And it sells in Canada for $7.99 a bag. Now, typically, I can probably get 4, I would say 4 servings of cold brew, like not servings of cold brew, but 4 carafes of cold brew out of 1 bag of this Kahlua coffee. Okay, so it's $8 for the bag. I can get about 4 servings, so I'm looking at about $2 a carafe of coffee. And I can usually get about, I would say 4 servings, maybe even more, 4 to 6 servings of cold brew out of a carafe. So you're looking at, you know, $1.25 a drink for cold brew compared to a Starbucks or wherever you buy your iced coffees or cold brews from. So definitely cheaper to do it at home. So all you do, I don't know if you can see here, but you kind of can. There's thicker lines on here. There's a line right here, and then there's a line right here. Now, I like to fill up to the first line with my coffee. If you like it super strong, like concentrated coffee, you're going to want to fill it up to the second line with coffee. But just for regular everyday drinking, the first line is going to be sufficient enough. So you're going to place that right in here. You don't put your water in yet, okay? You're going to take your coffee. Oh my God, it smells so good. And you're going to just fill it up. Oh, I might actually take the, okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, perfect. Okay, so actually this fills up even more. Okay, perfect. So you're going to fill it up. I just wanted to use up the bag. So I've got it filled, okay? Now all you're going to do is you're going to take cold water and you're going to pour cold water in the top. Now, if you're just using your tap or something like that, go slow because it takes a while for it to drain through the coffee, okay? You're going to fill it with water up to this top line, right up to where that black part starts. Fill it with water. Take your lid, put it on top. Now, this does not seal. It just sits on top, okay? And you're going to stick it in your fridge. And you're going to leave it in there for 14 to 24 hours. I like to do this the night before, right? Like when you're getting ready for bed or after supper or whatever. Just fill it up, throw it in your fridge. By the time the morning comes around, your cold brew will be ready. Now, I happen to have one I already did. Yum. So this is what it looks like. Okay. Now, I'm going to try not to make a mess here. Let me make some room. Now I'm going to show you how I make my drink. Now, the nice thing about this is you can actually make those frappuccinos at home yourself. You just need a blender and some ice. And yum. So you're going to take the lid off. Now this, you just take it off, and look, this is actually going to work as a coaster as well. So you're going to put it down. I'll show you in a minute. Okay. You're going to lift the filter. Now you can see there's coffee. See, there's how some of the small granules kind of seeped through. That's okay. You're going to take that out. Now, you see how there's still water dripping there, right? You can either just put it like that and let it drain for a bit, which I probably would if I wasn't doing a demonstration. But, let me put this down for a second. The other thing you're going to do is you're going to take that lid and you're just going to set it on there. And that's going to gather up any of the coffee that comes through so you don't get it all over your counter. Okay? You're going to grab a cup. You're going to take your cold brew and you're going to pour it in your cup. I like to fill it to about there. Now you could drink it just as is. Absolutely you could. Let me just put this coffee back in here. Hang on. Absolutely you could. Like I said, I'm not a huge coffee drinker. So personally, I like to jazz it up a little. Now, you can leave the filter with all the coffee grounds in there and just leave it in there forever. Or if you want, because it's going to continue just to steep, right? So as the days go on, it's going to get stronger and stronger. If you don't like that, if it's reached the strength you like, you can just take that filter out completely, throw away those coffee grounds, wash it, and just leave the carafe in your fridge. I should also say, iced coffee, when you make it, it's best to drink it that day. Cold brew, you can leave this in your fridge up to 2 weeks. It's not going to last you that long, but it would, right? 2 weeks is the maximum on that. Now, what I like to do is I like to now take a creamer or milk or whatever. I don't drink dairy, so I love the Silk brand. This is almond milk for coffee. So this is a little thicker. It's like a creamer. And this is in the hazelnut flavor. It also comes in, I think, original and vanilla. Typically, hazelnut's my favorite, but I like the vanilla as well. So all I'm going to do, give it a shake. Now, like I said, I'm not a big coffee person. I like cream and stuff, so I'm going to fill it up until you get that really nice kind of beigey mocha coloring, if you will. Now, you can drink it just like that. Absolutely, you could. However, I'm a little extra. So, I like to come over to some flavored syrups. Have you seen these? They're awesome. Now, again, lots of different brands of these available. Again, these ones I got at Winners here in Canada. HomeSense, Marshalls, they all carry these. I believe I've also seen these at Sobeys, our grocery store. So these sell at Winners for $5.99 for a bottle. A bottle lasts forever. Like, I probably drink a cold brew almost every day, and I mean, this lasts me forever. So these are skinny syrups. They are 0 calorie, 0 sugar. Like, they're 0 across the board. If you look at their label, it's absolutely 0. The only thing in here is there is 10 milligrams of sodium, but otherwise it's 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, also different flavors available. Hazelnuts, these are just the ones I have, but there's hundreds, I'm sure, of flavors. I have hazelnuts. I have caramel pecan. I have salted caramel. Yum. I think we're going to do salted caramel today. So all you do, you can also buy pumps for these if you just want to do pumps. Like, you know how they have Starbucks and stuff, they just do a couple pumps. But I pour it out. So go slow because they do come out pretty fast. So you just do to your taste. You know, pour some in, mix it up, see what it tastes like. So you're just going to give it a little mix. Yum, I'm so excited. Give it a taste. Oh my God. Yes, okay. Take some ice. Pop some ice in there. Now, if you wanted to make this a blended drink, like a Frappuccino, you would just take everything I just did, pour this in a blender, put more ice in, blend it up, and it's going to be a Frappuccino. Then you can throw on whatever you want. If you want to put whipped cream on there, if you want to put caramel syrup on there, chocolate syrup on there, you know, sugar crystals, whatever. My gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So good. If you like coffee, if you like caffeine, if you haven't tried cold brew, try this. I'm telling you. You can buy cold brew carafes everywhere. It's so good. It will save you money in the long run if you are constantly buying coffees at Starbucks, Tim Hortons, wherever you get your coffees from. My American friends, Dunkin' Donuts, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with many coffee places besides Dunkin' Donuts. But I'm telling you, this will change your life. So good. Try a cold brew. Take my word for it. It's worth it. Cheers. Thanks for checking out this video. If you're new here, please subscribe so you see my other videos coming up. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I can't wait to see you in the next video. All right, guys. Cheers.